YNR chaos erupts. Sharon's hostage gamble stuns Genoa City as Lily's heart finally shatters. Genoa City is in full-blown crisis mode, and this week's back-to-back bombshells have fans reeling. On one side of town, Sharon makes a dangerous, unthinkable offer that could change everything in the hunt for Noah and Sienna. Her showdown with Matt pushes her into a corner where the only way out is a move even Nick never saw coming. And just when the undercover sting operation surrounding the Bacalls hits its peak, a shocking twist blows the investigation wide open. But the emotional fallout doesn't end there. Across the city, Lily faces her own breaking point when Kane's actions, and the woman he chooses, crush the last bit of hope she was holding on to. After walking in on Kane and Phyllis in a moment that can't be explained away, Lily reaches a painful, life-changing realization: she's no longer fighting for a man who's willing to fight for her. Two storylines, two explosive crossroads, and both set the stage for a storm that's about to swallow Genoa City whole. One mother's desperate gamble. One woman's final heartbreak. And a single week that changes everything. Welcome to Celebrity Gossip 24 Hours, where the drama unfolds and the stories captivate. Join us as we delve into the intriguing world of Young and the Restless, revealing the untold tales and hidden truths behind the headlines. YNR November 20th recap: Sharon makes a bold hostage offer as shocking undercover sting explodes. Thursday's episode of The Young and the Restless delivered a tense, high-stakes hour packed with danger, deception, and major reveals. What started as a chaotic morning for Sharon Newman quickly spiraled into a nightmare involving hidden identities, a federal drug investigation, and a family desperate to save Noah before it's too late. Sharon wakes up to terror and a deadly visitor. Sharon jolts awake in her hotel room as a fire alarm blares, only to open the door and come face to face with the man calling himself Mitch Bacall. But Sharon now knows the truth. This is Matt Clark, a longtime enemy who has resurfaced with vengeance on his mind. Matt wastes no time asserting control, steering Sharon back inside and locking the door behind him. Although Sharon tries to stand strong, he makes one chilling point clear: Noah's survival depends entirely on her cooperation. Despite the pressure, Sharon refuses to be intimidated. She challenges Matt on his lies and mocks his fake identity, which pushes him to the edge. Sharon's relentless poking forces Matt to drop hints that Noah isn't dead, but also isn't safe. When Sharon demands he take her instead of Noah, Matt brushes off the offer. In his twisted mind, Noah is the one who betrayed him, and now both Sharon and Nick must play by Matt's rules if they want their son back. Noah and Sienna wake up in a mysterious prison. Meanwhile, across town, Noah regains consciousness in a dimly lit, unfamiliar storage-like room. Sienna is there too, equally groggy and confused. Both quickly realize they must have been drugged before being dumped in this locked space. Noah examines the area for escape routes, but Sienna warns him not to exhaust himself. The two piece together the previous night's events: Noah's confrontation with Mitch, Sienna's mounting suspicions, and the revelation that her husband isn't who he claimed to be. Sienna admits she found an old photo proving that Mitch was actually Matt all along, yet she's conflicted. Although her marriage to him fell apart, Matt never became violent with her before. Noah, however, sees Matt as deeply unstable and blames himself for walking into a trap he should have avoided. Despite the danger, the episode highlights a growing closeness between Noah and Sienna. Sienna's biggest regret is not meeting Noah sooner, and Noah vows they need to find a way out before Matt returns. Undercover detectives expose a shocking operation. While Sharon and Noah face their own horrors, Nick heads to the shadow room for a crucial meeting with Detective Burrow. However, the conversation veers in a direction Nick never expected. Burrow introduces Nick to Detective Annie Stewart, who has been working undercover inside the club. Their secret mission? A months-long federal investigation into large-scale drug trafficking tied to the Bacall network. Burrow reveals he has been posing as a corrupt cop, gathering intel while working with Stewart behind the scenes. Their operation was close to a breakthrough, until Noah and Sienna's disappearance threw everything off course. Stewart believes Noah may have witnessed activity connected to the drug ring, making him a target. But Nick isn't buying it. Once he tells the detectives the truth about Matt Clark, his history, his vendettas, and his fixation on the Newman family, the situation becomes even more complicated. With Matt now tied to both the kidnapping and the drug case, law enforcement must shift gears fast. Nick reaches his limit and vows justice. Nick's patience snaps as he realizes Noah could be running out of time. Although the detectives warn him to let them handle Matt carefully to avoid blowing the case, Nick makes one thing crystal clear: if Matt harms Noah, he will not hold back. Burrow promises to contact Matt and attempt to extract more information, but he cautions that one wrong move could put Noah and Sienna in even greater danger. Still, Nick refuses to sit on the sidelines. His only acceptable ending? Matt locked away forever, or stopped permanently. Today's next update. Y&R November 19th recap. Lily reaches her breaking point as Kane's choice shatters everything. The Young and the Restless delivered one of its most emotionally explosive episodes in recent weeks as Lily finally confronted a truth she's been trying desperately to outrun. What she witnessed at the GCAC didn't just sting, it snapped something inside her. Kane's connection with Phyllis, once brushed off as a momentary lapse, now stands exposed as something deeper and far more damaging. Lily walks into the moment that changes everything. Heading to the GCAC with hope, not suspicion, Lily expected clarity after leaving Kane an emotional voicemail the night before. Instead, she stepped straight into a scene that confirmed every quiet fear she's tried to silence for months. Kane and Phyllis weren't just sharing a drink, they were sharing a moment. Relaxed, warm, close, the kind of energy that only comes from a night where boundaries weren't respected and promises were ignored. The awkward hush that fell when Lily appeared said more than either one of them could. Kane attempted to brush the encounter off as harmless. Phyllis, however, didn't bother hiding her smirk. She called Lily out for acting possessive, pointedly implying that Lily's feelings were the problem, not Kane's behavior. But Lily wasn't confused. She was devastated. Kane doubles down, and Lily snaps. Still reeling, Lily pulled Kane aside to demand the truth. She reminded him of the chaos he left behind at Arabesque, the promises he made to fix the mess, and the emotional whiplash she's endured while trying to stand by him. Kane didn't deny spending the night with Phyllis. He didn't even apologize. Instead, he tried to redirect the conversation, suggesting they grab breakfast later to talk things out, as if the sight of him and Phyllis together wasn't the gut punch that it obviously was. Lily couldn't pretend anymore. This wasn't jealousy. This wasn't insecurity. This was betrayal wrapped in charm and denial. Why Kane's confession cut so deep? As the night continued, Kane and Phyllis found themselves at Crimson Lights, where the last thin layer of excuses fell apart. Phyllis confronted Kane about trying to get into her laptop, and for once, Kane didn't dance around the truth. He admitted he slept with her because he wanted her, not because he was trying to manipulate her, not because he was desperate, but because the attraction was real. For Lily, this is the moment that resonates far louder than the image she walked in on. Kane's feelings weren't a mistake or a moment of weakness. They were a choice. And that choice wasn't her. Lily's breaking point isn't about jealousy, it's about survival. Lily has forgiven Kane's missteps before. She's weathered storms he created and believed him when he said he wanted to rebuild his life. But tonight, she understood something she's been resisting. Kane's actions are destroying her more than any of his failures ever did. After leaving the GCAC shaken, Lily ended up alone with a drink and her thoughts, not wallowing, but finally allowing herself to acknowledge the truth. She replayed every promise Kane made, every moment she tried to support him, and every time she trusted that he was fighting to be the man she hoped he still was. By the time Holden approached to check on her, Lily was past the point of needing comfort. She didn't want rescuing. She wanted clarity, and she finally had it. Kane isn't choosing stability. He's choosing chaos. And Lily refuses to be collateral damage anymore. Kane and Phyllis lean into the fire. While Lily confronted heartbreak, Kane and Phyllis moved deeper into dangerous territory. Their conversation at Crimson Lights made it clear their night together wasn't something either of them planned to walk away from. The spark is real. The chemistry is real. And the consequences are about to be just as real. Where things stand now. Lily didn't just walk away from the GCAC, she walked away from the illusion that Kane still prioritized her. Tonight didn't simply hurt her. It woke her up. And as Kane drifts further toward Phyllis, he may not realize he's losing the one person who always stood in his corner, until she's already gone. For more of the latest updates and behind-the-scenes secrets from Young and the Restless, make sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell. Stay in the know with every new release.